I said, I'm gonna have to whoop his son because he did his in my face.
Oh, what?
And I followed him. But later on, when I did it, don't knock it till you try it, boy.
Prison Stories 101. We finally got him in the building. Fleece Johnson, a.k.a. the Booty Warrior.
It's me.
It's me. Now, one thing I will say is that once I started this Prison Stories, man, and I don't know if people like to glorify the things that go on in prison and talk about the depravity that happens, but everyone kept saying in the comments, you got to get Fleece Johnson. You got to get Fleece Johnson. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, not only do we need Fleece Johnson, I mean, hell, your story is a story that needs to be told regardless.
Right.
So before we get started, allow me to let you reintroduce yourself and tell us how much time you've done overall.
Well, y'all know who I am, right? Induction ain't needed, really. The booty man. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I did over 40 years in prison, but I did that straight. Getting out, coming back, all that shit. I'm talking about from a child. Before I went to prison, I was in jail at 13. Then turned 14 in jail, 16 in penitentiary. I ain't never even had a girlfriend yet. Never even kissed a girl. Seen one naked. Nothing like that. So they sent me to prison, man. And so I had to learn all that in sex. What is this between my legs? It's called a dingaling. Okay, I knew that. Nuts. And I read books on pussy and all this shit. When I got in there, man, it was my first, I was a virgin, man. My first sexual encounter was with a man, man. I cummed in some ass, man, and I was nuts. I was sick over it, man. Shit. That was the best thing that ever happened to me since applesauce, right?
Oh, man.
And so that's about it. I fell in love with booty, man.
All right, let's have this conversation. Let's start with before your prison sentence. I know a lot of people are gonna want to know what was like your upbringing.
Well, my upbringing, man, I started off as a child that everybody wanted to take home. All the grandmamas, aunties, I was that good, right? But I came from a family of 3 boys and 3 girls, and 7 of us. I'm the 4th of the boys, the youngest. So I'm by the same mama and daddy. And back in them days, in the 60s and 70s and shit, man, it was hard in America, man, for blacks, period. And so one day, my mama and them, what changed my whole life, I was 10 years old, man. I never forget it. My mama then went somewhere, so I'm walking through the house to see where my brothers and sisters was at, right? I'm looking for somebody to talk to and shit. Went upstairs, looked in all the rooms, the last room, I opened the door, they ain't no fucking. So 2 brothers and 2 sisters. So my sister tried to offer me something. I said, no, I'm gonna tell mama. I went back in the room, and by the time mama and them came home, I fell asleep, man. And when I woke up, they was whooping me. I'm like, what the fuck they whooping me for? And they done made a story of something they told mama and them that I did. They agreed, got me whooped, and start getting me whooped almost every day, right? So that I won't be able to tell mama what I saw them do, right? And if I did, they ain't gonna believe it. I can't tell them now, they whooping me. So I got everybody against me. So I'm 10 years old, so I told them one day when I got tired of it that I'm not gonna cry no more. So they told mama, and she came in there, and I got smart with her. And she whooped me until her nose was bleeding, man, and I still wouldn't cry. My daddy came home, same thing. He took his belt, beat me. I wouldn't cry, and he balled his fist up and hit me in the face, right, at 10. When I got out of the hospital, I said, I'm ready for round 2. They said, you don't get whoopings no more. So that killed all that. I never got another whooping. But in school, that same sister, man, they try to get me to have sex. I was like protecting her from boys, not brothers and sisters buying like that.
Yeah.
And the teacher in school, back then you can whoop kids, with permission, spank them if they act up. So he made her pull her pants down and go spank her with his bare hand, butt naked. So I took a .22 pistol and went over and shot him. And so now I got kicked out of all the schools in Kentucky.
Oh, man.
Not allowed to go to no schools. So then I started stealing. I started stealing and stuff. And then I was hanging around some people that were older than me, man. Like, I'm 10, they 15. I ain't got nobody to talk to at home. My brothers and them, everybody's against me because of what I saw them do. So these 15-year-olds, man, it was two of them, man. And they took advantage of me, molested me and stuff. And still, I'm going through life, I ain't got nobody to tell this shit to. What these motherfuckers doing to me. They were stronger than me and all this shit. I'm 10, they 15. So this went on, and then I started comping attitudes, man. Now at 11, at 12, I started packing guns.
Yeah.
I'm robbing everybody in the city, just robbing people, man, robbing stores, man. I'm just, it's like I'm not really doing it for money, but I'm just doing it to vent, man. It's like vent. Then I got dangerous. And then the two that molested me, they come up shot to death, right? That would take care of. So
who? Someone did that.
Yeah, you know who did it, but I ain't gonna say all that. But then, I started having a reputation in my city, man. I'm hanging out with people 27 and 30. I'm growing up, 13 years old. The deadliest thing in the city, man.
What city is this again?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
Place where Muhammad Ali was born, where they have the horse racing, Derby.
Kentucky Derby.
And that's the city, man. And so
can I ask you a question before we get too far away from it? Is you said you walked in and seen your two brothers and your two sisters.
Two of them, man. As a child, man.
Did you question, like, I know you was gonna tell mama, so you knew
smart enough to question nothing.
Yeah,
bro.
You knew it was bad.
Yeah, I knew that much. I knew just that they weren't supposed to be doing it. I knew it.
And they beat you till you didn't want to tell no more.
Man, they had my mama and them whoop me. They was making stories up every day that I did something that they done just to stop me from telling what I saw them do. And that's caused a fiction between us throughout our life, man. But I try to still be a good brother to them and all this, man. And it's a whole lot they did to me, man. Like, when I was in prison, man, I was left inheritance. Grandparents and stuff, they ain't care about nobody but me, man. My sister took my inheritance and brought a condo, brought her and her husband a church where they preach. And never sent me one Bible verse in 40 years, right?
Oh, wow.
Stole my money. Then my brother, he stole my money on my daddy's side and the land and stuff, and he sold that and went off into the dope game. And so nobody thought I was gonna get out of prison. I'm in there fighting every day. I'm fighting in almost, man, fighting battles. And when I pop out of prison, it's like, well, the money was just sitting there and you act like you didn't want that, so we put it to good use. We bought a church. I said, you could have sent me a Bible.
Just a Bible.
Yeah, anything, a letter saying God loves you or anything. You didn't send me shit. I want my shit.
Hold on real quick before we get to the prison sentence. You said the two young men, they had molested you, the teenage boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did that disturb you not only then, but does it still disturb you to this day as far as?
Nah, I don't even, it's just an experience. I look at everything in life as an experience, man. I look at it as something you experience in life, and whatever you experience is determined. Your strength is determined from it, right? You fail before you succeed. You weak before you become strong. So it's a learning experience, man. I don't take it personally where I let it bother me for the rest of my life. It's just something that happened. That's how I look at it. It happened, you know.
Would you say it set you off?
It took me in a different direction, man. It made me just toughen up against this whole world, man. That's why I fought so much. I fought and fought and fought and until I was able to discuss it like we discussing it now.
Yeah.
And that kind of healed me right there, right? Where I can actually talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Don't bother me.
So you
they did, so they got theirs, right?
Man, sometimes
I didn't get pregnant. I'm glad.
Oh man. Oh, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. I don't want to talk about what happened, but they assaulted you like that?
Man, molesting you know what molesting is?
There's different versions.
Man, ain't number one version of being molested, bro.
Yeah.
You know, motherfucker tried to impregnate me. I got them. I mean,
yeah, it says something.
I mean, it said that whatever happened to them happened. I ain't gonna discuss that, but
yeah, sodomy.
Yeah, it said that they died that way, but
So the two teenagers, were these random strangers or like a two that you trusted?
People come through the hood and stuff, right? Yeah. You know, I lived in the projects, man, in an area where police couldn't even come down there. White people wasn't allowed, you know, and everybody was like, it was like we called it Little Africa. It was called Southwick Housing Projects. And I love the projects though, but you know, everybody out any time of night, it's parties every night, man, somewhere. Somebody got a party going and you can just get up out of the bed and just put on your clothes, man, and just somebody's throwing, man, and just go right up in there, man. It's, you know, anytime, man. And I loved it. But then I went from that, man, I started getting I robbed so many people, man, in so many places, man. It was like, they couldn't understand me, man. What is he? Why is he doing this, man? And I never even put a mask on, none of that stuff. And then I got involved with the police where I was in a stolen car and they tried to kill me. And then the police tried to kill me. He come up dead.
Oh, man.
White lady said she saw me do it. And I go to the jury trial. And at the trial, all the police was there. They was inside, waiting on the verdict. And he said, it's the person that pulled the trigger, is he in his courtroom, pointing at him, pointing him out. And she looked over at me. And I remember that little baby look I used to put on my face when I want something out of my mama, and she did not put that look on my face, man, I'm a child. And she tilted her head sideways like this is a hard decision, boy. She said, no, he's not in the court. Case dismissed. So I jumped up and was cussing them, y'all pigs. And when I ran out of the courthouse, it was all the police outside. What happened? What happened? What was the verdict? I said, not guilty, punk. Thanks for the car. And I jumped in the police car. I was already sitting in the street and stole it right there. So they say he's crazy.
Oh, you hopped in the police car right there after not guilty?
Right there. Took it. Soon I beat the case, cussed them, and they tried to chase me. They couldn't catch me, man. I was glad of that. When I get in the projects, it's over, bro.
Oh, man.
If I make it to the project, nobody is catching me, period.
Oh, yeah, you was wilding.
Period.
What age is this? What age is?
Yeah, I'm 13.
13, yeah, you wilding.
And then when I finally, I started robbing again, robbed 16 places. And I go in one place, tie them up, go next door, rob them, tie them, go down the street, go to the next block, do the whole block, right? No, we call it block robberies. And I'm the only one who can do shit like that. And so...
You robbing while people are there?
Yeah.
You tying them up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Man, get on the floor, get tied up, go in the back, cause I'm gonna rob the store next door. And then I'm gonna tie them up and I'm gonna rob the one next to them. And then I'm gonna cross the street and rob them and finish that whole block, man.
You 13 around?
Yeah.
Oh.
I had people around me that was in their 20s and shit though, right?
Yeah.
But they looked at me like, they gangster and they were scared of me, man. And so, I'm serious.
What'd they call you back then?
Little Panther.
Little Panther. Yeah.
I was given that name by Angela Davis. She's a Black Panther leader, man. She was in a Black Panther. She created all that stuff. And they came to my city, man, and I made my way to her, right? Past her security team and all this shit, right? And she liked that. She said, come on. She said, I'm going to give you a name. You carry this to your death. She said, Little Panther.
Yeah.
She said, it's a Little Panther, all that shit. And they left, man. She went back to wherever, somewhere, and they locked her ass up. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's why I had my birthday for them when I got locked up. They said, we don't care he's a child, he's going to prison. All the juvenile places we put him in, he went in there and shut him down, right? Well, we had to close the place. We got to get him off the street. So when they sentenced me, man, I turned 15 and I was still in jail. And then they said prison. And I went to prison, and the Courier Journal newspaper in Louisville, Kentucky, all you got to do is contact them, say the article was 16-year-old prisoner want to get out and go straight. You pay $15, they'll send you all the articles on me. I did stuff that you wouldn't even believe a kid could do, man. I took a car off the Ohio Bridge through a police chase.
Oh.
Landed in the Ohio River and came out of my clothes and got away. They found the clothes, not the body, and they put it in the Courier Journal newspaper that a big old fish ate me, gave my mom and them what they found, and they had a funeral. Everybody said I was an actual funeral. And 3 months later, I went in the house. My mama sat in the bed in the house. Mama.
Oh, so you stayed gone from the house. They thought you was ate by a fish.
Look, they put me in a mental hospital. I said, I ain't staying here. They said, you crazy? He's the craziest juvenile we know. I escaped 2 times. They caught me and they was tormenting me and put me in black rooms, put me in a bathtub with ice, put electric shot shit in my head, electric shoot, all that.
It was doing.
Man, they did that to me in the hospital, like I was being experimented on. So the last time I planned it, popped that lady in the head with a chair, took the keys, stole a car. And the crazy dudes, I tried to drop them off in Indiana. They went in somebody's house, told people that, we did all this. They called a state trooper. So they blocked the bridge off. I'm in the bridge, and I said, man, I ain't going back to that hospital. I took the car off the bridge, man, into the river, man.
And then swam out.
Swam out. And the water started filling my clothes up with water. It felt like waste. So I just came out of my shit, left that, and swam down. Came out of there naked, man. Yeah. And they found the clothes. They sent dabbles and everything down, looking for my body. And they couldn't find the body, so they said they saw catfishes down there big as Volkswagen. So they said maybe that ate me up, right? So they printed on the front page cover of the newspaper. And so I stayed gone. My mom and them had a funeral, and they say they was in there crying, going nuts. Oh, God, all that old shit. And I came back on the scene, man. I had 4. When I spoke to my mama that night, I had 2 guns back there, 2 up front, right? Mama, she was happy to see me, man. She cried and shit. And when she seen them guns, she said, why, honey? Why? Why ask me now? You should have asked me that when I was 10 years old, when all this shit was going on, man. It's too late to ask me why now. I said, I'll be all right, mama.
Where's your daddy at in all this?
Man, fuck that nigga, man. That nigga, boy, we went at it, man. I used to tear his cars up. you put your hands on me, you gonna pay for this shit, man. You know. And so me and my daddy never really got along, man. And I found out, I didn't find out until I got out of prison that I got a sister that I ain't never seen. She the same age as my oldest sister. And all my life, I didn't know she was my sister. And she did like 21 years in the Army. She retired from Ford. And she's rich and shit, right? And her son is Jeffrey Churchill. He's my nephew. He's a leading homicide detective in Atlanta. That's my nephew, Jeff. Shout out, boy.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's amazing.
But, you know, I went through a bad life, bro. And I was in penitentiary. And like I said, I learned sex and art. And I remember the first time I come to somebody, man, I was like, nigga, I'm there. Nigga, I'm in love. Shit, I'm in love.
All right, let's go ahead and get to it.
I come to you. I'm in love with you now. I want some booty, some more booty, man.
Hold on. Let's get.
That's the only thing kept me straight up when I get angry and shit. But man.
All right. What was the situation that locked you up for? Because you didn't get 40 years. I had 16 robberies, 8 shooting and woundings, and a car theft. And they because I'm a juvenile, they kept hollering penitentiary. They had laws back then that say no juveniles can go to a prison. And so they disregarded their laws and broke all of my time down to where I just had 10 years to do, 10 on the shelf, withheld for 5 years. And I could have went to prison, they said, and got out in 13 months. Thank you. Could have. The fuck is that? I don't know.
What is it? I ain't drinking that shit. They got me fucked up.
What the fuck is that?
The fuck is this shit? I set this shit down in front of me and I looked at it. I said, this is a goddamn, what is it?
Oh, shit.
I see some juice and I said, I ain't drinking this shit.
That's for your ashes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. They offered you 13 months for all that?
They gave me for all that shit, man. They said 10 years to serve, 10 on the shelf, probated for 5 years.
Yeah.
And take it or leave it, right? I said, fuck it, I'll take it, man. And fuck the penitentiary. You know, I'm sick of the streets. I'm running away from shit right now, right? That been happening, man. You got me all out here aggravated and shit. Nobody to talk to, and I ain't had no education. Remember, I got kicked out of school at 10, man. Yeah. And never been back to school. I don't even know how to read and write and all this shit, right? So I go to prison, and soon I hit the first prison, man, I see this one dude. You know, I see some motherfuckers and I done wild on the street, right?
Yeah. What year is this?
74.
And what age are you?
You know, I just turned 16.
Oh, man. So you in a grown man situation.
Yeah. And this motherfucker, he hollered, he saw me, he said, oh, it's going to be a good day. And started running. I said, oh, shit. I robbed this motherfucker on the street, popped him in the mouth and all this shit. But I seen some people in there. I knew I had some cousins in there. And I started mopping shit in her, man. And so that's when they sent me to the worstest prison in Kentucky, Eddyville. That's where all that freak shit is at, man.
Oh, man.
That's where I got my first booty, man.
God damn.
I cussed that. Look, I'm saying this, man. And beware of people that you see always talking bad about gay people. I'm going to tell you what, man. And tell me if this makes sense, man. I talk so bad about them. You nasty motherfuckers. God will burn you. All this shit, right?
Yeah.
And turn right around and fell in love with these motherfuckers.
Oh, man. The bitter irony.
Can you? I mean, I'm standing there. I cussed. They brought one in, was young and just ain't no motherfucker in the head and all this shit. Where he was gay, right? He came in gay. And he tried to speak to me, so he said, why are you mad at me? What I do? I said, man, get out of my goddamn face, man. all this shit, right? But I seen him in the shower, man. I turned around and seen that soap go down his back, down his crack. I said, whew. When he looked back at me, I said, what's up, man? It's baby now, right? It ain't fake, it's baby. I want some booty, right? That was my first butt, man. It was so good, man. I felt like I was electrocuted, man. The emotions was on.
Hold on, Fleece.
That was the month. Yeah, you never forget your first love, man.
Did you have a girlfriend, like, when you was young, 10, man, 11, 12?
My girlfriends was hood rats, man. They were like, I had one girl, and she hung with us. We were buddies, man. We hung together, we stole together, and she helped me rob. And if a girl run her mouth, she'll whoop the girl, right?
Bonnie
I don't fight girls. But when I got out of prison, one of the friends of mine, while I was in prison, married her and gave her a goddamn baby, right? And then he thought that I was going to have it out with him. He said, man, I'm sorry to tell you. I said, man, just take me to her house. I want to see. He said, man, she done got chubby a little. I said, man. And when she saw me, we looked at each other. She said, who is that? And she said, oh my God. Gave me a hug and shit. So she said, yeah, man, he did 40 years. I mean, she didn't never come and see me or write me, but she had a baby. She got sick of his punk ass and left him. Now she's only into ladies, right?
Yeah.
She got a girl and they fuck. So,
but you never got a chance to do nothing with her.
No, I didn't want to, man. We were buddies, man, growing up, man.
So you weren't attracted to this young lady?
What, growing as a child?
Yeah, just like...
Yeah, we was friends, man, but not in, I didn't know nothing about love, sex, or nothing like. She never pressed that on me. We'd sit on the porch and we go to the swimming pool together and shit, and we swim together, and but I never pet her ass or nothing like that. Looked at it, desired it. We were just tight, man. We was like cool buddies, man. And she trusted me. I can go over her house and sometime I be out, man. I get sick of my house. I go to her house and just go up in the room, man, and sleep in the same bed with her, man. Put my pants on and sleep right in the same bed, man.
Wow.
I respect her. And I respect her space and her rights, man.
So when you went in, you're 16 years old, you like women, or you have an attraction to women?
No, I didn't have no sexual attraction.
Oh, you was a blank slate.
Man, I didn't even think of pussy, man.
Wow.
Until I got in that motherfucker and started seeing these motherfuckers fucking and shit, and right in across from me, man, sissy ass big as a motherfucker. He was standing up, bent over, dude was pounding him. I said, man, I turned, looked this way, turned back around. He was like, oh, you killing me. I like, shit, man, you motherfucker, man. I said, I'm going to have to whoop his son, bitch, because he did his shit in my face.
Oh, what?
And I followed him. But later on, when I did it, don't knock it until you try it, boy.
Hold on, please. You got to make this make sense for me.
Man, what makes sense is we got a world now where people just don't grasp the meaning, man. God said in the Bible, it ain't good that man should live alone. He created a woman. I mean, we got societies now that got prisons, they put prisons up. Send him to the prison, all men's and all prisons, all ladies and all prisons. If you ask who runs the women prison, they'll tell you, the dykes. They stronger than the regular girls that come in that ain't lesbian. Ask who run the men's prison, same thing, gay motherfuckers, man. But I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But my thing is this, man. I growed up like in her learning about life. I learned how to read and write in prison.
There you go.
I didn't go to their school. I went to the library when I learned how to read and then start getting school books out and study on my own. Mm. And I taught myself how to read and write. And after that, I'm in there fighting. So I get in a situation where I'm fighting the girls all the time, man. I'm in a hole. I'm in the whole fighting and stuff, so I'm picking up time. I'm trying to survive in her. I'm in there by myself. Ain't nobody coming to see me. I don't get no visits, none of that shit, man. I got to hustle on my own to survive on my own from a child up. And you ask them, did he do it? They gonna tell you, man, he tore this motherfucker up. He tore it up, all the ass, all this shit, man.
Oh, man.
When I got done with that prison, man, they used to put me in strip cells where they took my mattress, all my clothes, everything. If I want toilet paper, they roll it off and give me some. But when they come to check on me, I mean, I was smoking weed, cigarettes, got bird whiskey, all that shit in there.
Oh, man.
They could not stop me, bro. I got to a point where I stopped caring about getting out. I stopped caring about punishment. Why I care about some punishment, man? I'm being punished.
Yeah.
You know, and so I picked up a lot of time, and that's how I ended up with 40. I kept going to court. Like this one case, his guard, he just, before he became warden, he ran his mouth to me on the walk one day. I'm on a walk with nothing but racist motherfuckers. He said, shut up, Fleece Johnson. You ain't gonna do nothing but red on people like you been doing. All the inmates in there knew me, though. They say, hey, Fleece Johnson, we know that dick sucker is lying. He's trying to hope we'll come out and kill you, man. We know what you are, man. I said, I'm gonna get him. I'm still gonna get him. And I made parole. At the time I made parole, it's like 3 years later, he just became the new warden. It was making his round to introduce himself to all the prisoners. I had a 5-gallon bucket of bleach. I've been boiling it for 3 hours, boiling it. I'm gonna throw it in his face, right? Everybody said, man, don't do that, man. Don't be institutional. Go home, police, man. You just made parole. I said, I'm gonna get this home, man. My word is bond. And when I threw it on him, it took all his, man, you can see his meat on his face just drop.
Oh.
All that. Right now, you can see it to his lip. They couldn't even put a lip back on, nothing. I got 15 years out of that, right? And so...
And what did he do again?
I threw a big...
I mean, what did he do to deserve that?
What did he say? He tried to get me killed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And motherfucker, you got me fucked up. And so and then I picked up time from this dude, black dude named Ken Dude. He threw some piss in my face in the hole. Thought he was gonna get away with it. I thought that shit went in my mouth, all this shit. And so I'm like, okay. And this lady in Kathy, she's a guard. She said, I heard what he did. You want to get him? I said, yeah. She said, when he come out for a legal call, I'm going to accidentally crack your door. I said, thank you. I fucked him up, man. I beat him with a whole toilet. I tore the whole toilet off the floor of porcelain and hit him. I hit him right here and knocked that shoulder. His shoulder was down here. And so I'm fighting these motherfuckers, man. And then they took my teeth. That's why I do this.
Yeah.
That's my trademark.
Yeah, tell us a story about that.
Well, it happened one day. I'm in the hole. I'm getting ready to fight this dude. They say he's been in the army. He's special trained. He killed. They said, man, he's army trained police. This motherfucker is only in prison because he killed somebody sleeping with his wife, man. He ain't never been. I said, man, fuck all that. He said, Johnson. I said, yeah. You come out of your cell, I'm murdering you. I said, I'm coming out, so you got that to do, buddy. And I came out. He took his shirt off and said, "He's strong motherfucker." I said, I hit him, scoop him, it's over. Man, I ran up on that motherfucker and popped him and tried to go up on me. He caught me in a headlock, man. That son of a bitch had me in a headlock, choking the shit out of me, man. He was just jerking my body. And you know, ain't nobody gonna break, even my friends ain't gonna break it up if it's one-on-one. We already got that established. Let us fight, man. And man, I'm slobbing at the line, I'm getting dizzy, and I panicked. And so I bit this son of a bitch. I bit him, And then he felt that. And he hit me right there in the jaw. I thought he cracked something, so I panicked and started doing like that and didn't know I was ripping shit, right? I ripped him, he got 138 stitches, right? So when I seen I did that much damage, I said to myself, from now on, when I fight one of these motherfuckers, I'm biting them. I'm bite these some bitches, right? I bite their whole goddamn face off, right? And I started doing it. I bit a dude's ear off. And then when they sewed it back on, I said, from now on, when I bite it, I'm swallowing it. So I had one dude's lip, and I took his whole lip off, swallowed the top part. I couldn't get the bottom. I bit one dude's side of his face. I bit a dude under here and paralyzed him. So when paralyzed him for life. And so we got pictures of this. We got this documented, right?
And you start swallowing the pieces you're biting.
Yeah, so they can't sew it back on, right? Damn. So didn't nobody want to fight me no more. They said, you ain't gonna do no biting more. I said, you right. I'm gonna bite shit out of you. And so the corrections department sent the commissioner down there. Her name was LaDonna Thompson. And she come down there and she said, please, the lawmaker say the next time you bite somebody, they're gonna take your teeth because you're using it as a weapon. I said, man, go on, tell them I said, suck my dick. So I ain't believe that shit. They can't do that shit. And I bit two more, and then they come to my cell and said, you got a visit. I stood up, got handcuffed. They took me to the hospital, put me in a restraint chair, put the restraints on me. Then she come around, she said, Fleece, I told you. I said, man, get it over with. So they shot me, put me to sleep. When I woke up, all my teeth were gone, all this shit was folded up. But when I got out on the streets, I tried to go get some teeth, and they said I couldn't get none because giving me some teeth is equivalent to giving me a gun. It's against the law.
Wow.
And then, but when I got my felonies expunged off my records, they said I can have some teeth now. So I got a GoFundMe for my teeth program going on, and I'm getting a lot of donations off of it. And that's why I do this, because I'm gonna lay this out, boy. It's gonna be so pretty.
Yeah, definitely want to see what's
Oh, man, I'm gonna lay this shit.
Please, let me ask you, how many people would you say you bit?
30, they had me at 35 on record, but I bit some more, man. I say it wasn't about 6 or 7 more other than what's on record. Cause every one of them, I got caught doing it.
Okay.
But I prefer to bite them.
Yes.
And you want just to hear him scream and squirm, man. That's
Damn.
Man, can you imagine somebody just biting your chest nipple off?
Yeah, I can imagine my nipple.
Turn it off, right? I was.
Yeah, you a bad man. Yeah, you a bad man.
I felt like an animal, man. And,
I mean, you might be considered a cannibal.
Nah, I ain't no goddamn cannibal. But I tell you what, this is a true story. In that penitentiary, I was so violent. They had 4 cells that nobody can go around. Because the people in these cells are the worstest that they got locked up. These is the kind that are cannibals. One of them, they had feeding them with raw meat and shit.
Oh.
So they put me on that wall. They locked in their cell. I said, all the cells is taken. They said, sleep on the floor. They trying to scare me, right? I sat there, and these motherfuckers, the one that eat people and shit, he's sitting in there like this. Staring at me and shit. I ain't afraid of none of these motherfuckers, man. I'm like, motherfucker said, hey, boy. I said, hey, your mammy. Dick sucker. Y'all fuck with me, man. I'm gonna be your worst nightmare down here. So when they asked me who I was and I told them, they said, we heard who you are. Every time I do something, they gotta lock the prison down. And then when they go back, they say, who was that ex? You know, I was Fleece Johnson. I was Fleece Johnson. So they done been hearing on me. Now they get a chance. Now I said, I laid down and talked to him, man. We joked and everything. I said, who you ate? I said, who's the first motherfucker you ate? Was it good? What did it taste like? I used to trip him out, right? Dude, he killed his wife over a duck. I fuck with him, right? Get in the back, I'm go quack, quack. I said, you thought that was that duck, did you? You know, shit like that.
Damn.
I was just silly, man, but I fought so much in prison. Then when I went to the paralegal, man, we had a lawsuit that I took my case and contacted the Department of Justice in Washington. So they sent 3 civil rights black ladies down there to represent me from Washington, D.C. So they say, look, y'all got a class action already pending. We can take your case, combine it, consolidate that, take over the whole suit. We can get you out. They say, we know we can get you out of prison, put money in your pocket. We can get one judgment for everybody. I said, let's get one judgment. So I sacrificed myself. We won the suit, man. It cost the state, my testimony cost the state $200 million, bro. Now they really mad at me. Then they got mad at me when I tore up the lecture. I'm the only inmate in the country that ever got into the death chamber and tore up that room.
Yeah, why was you in the?
Man, Steve Galucious, man, he was a goer, man. They had me down on this walk, man, because every time you let me out, I'm fighting and shit. So they put me on the walk by myself, put me down there where the lecture is at in the death cells. This is where people go when they get ready to get executed. So I'm the only one down there. So he came and told me, said, I'll fix you up on food and all this stuff if you do me a favor. I said, what? He said, go on there and clean this room out. He said, don't touch nothing in there but the mat that is around the lecture chair. Pull that out, clean it off. Don't try to sweep or nothing else. Just do that. I said, okay. So I went in there, sat in the lecture chair, crossed my leg. I'm sitting in the lecture chair. I smoked a cigarette, and then I started getting aggravated because I said, if I clean this motherfucker up, they put somebody in her. I prepared the room for him to be executed. I said, fuck this shit, man. I got through smoking, and I took a steel mop wrench, and I beat that chair. I broke all the glass, and them 2 handles they pulled down in that room, and right there, I tore that whole room up. And so when he come down there, I done already went back in my cell. He said, you'll never work for me again. Man, fuck you. And the governor back then was Martha Lane Collins. She was governor of Kentucky. And that is documented. It was on the front page cover of the Courier Journal newspaper that while she was governor, she visited the penitentiary to inspect the lecture and found it tore up and stuff. And then the inmate Fleece Johnson spit in her face. That's in the newspaper. So I did that too, to the governor.
What size? What height were you? What size were you back then?
Man, when I went in prison, man, I had like them niggas told my ass up, man, when I was in my from molested, man. I was like had a girl shape almost, man. I was like 22 in the waist and like motherfucking 36. Yeah, I'm 36 in the hips and fucking fat ass and shit. No motherfucking muscles or nothing, you know, just a angry little young motherfucker, right? But I got in there and I broke through all that shit and I fought my way through all them battles and stripped myself. I got on the boxing team. I knocked every motherfucker out that I fought. I never lost a fight in there. None of that. So, but you still, what happened in the past happened, man. But, you know, I don't let that dictate how I live in the future, right?
Yes.
My past don't dictate my future, right? I learned from my past and move on, man.
These are facts.
That's just like, I got a wife now, man, and so, too.
Can I ask you, how does MSNBC get to you, Dayline?
Yeah, so while I was in prison, remember, I done made over 60 guards quit their job throwing shit on them. I had guards bringing me whiskey and all that shit, so I wouldn't throw none on them. And I realized how...
I don't want to skip past that part.
Duty is so powerful. And look, they tell you, if a person tell you, you working for them, you can't put your hands on me. And you can't hit him, you can't fight him. And you know I don't care about going to the hole. I'm already in the hole. I don't care about time. I done picked up enough time where I don't even care about getting out no more. And I tell you, if you don't bring me some cigarettes, I'm going to throw it on you. and throw it on you. And you go home, I make it so strong that the smell will be there for a week or two. It'll have a psychological effect on you, right?
Yeah.
Ain't no motherfucker gonna keep working a job and you really ain't paying me enough in the first place. And this motherfucker's throwing shit on me and you motherfuckers tell me I can't fight him and all this shit. Man, fuck that job. And they quit, right? And so
you were actually
I took over the prison.
You was actually
I took the goddamn prison over.
I mean, you would take shit, like you would keep it stored away, or you just actually shit on command?
Here's how I do it. I'm gonna tell you what led to it, cause I ain't failed, right? But I got a get back problem. They put me in the cell one day. I'm gonna tell you this. It's just disgusting. They put me in the cell. They were leaking water. I told the guard, we passed a cell can you put me in that one? He said, no. I said, can you let me talk to a lieutenant? He said, lieutenant's busy. I said, you ain't even. I said, lieutenant. I saw hollering. So when the lieutenant come up, bro, he said I was disturbing the walk. Handcuffed me, took me down in the dungeon. They stripped me naked and four-pointed me. My hands handcuffed and my ankles to the bed naked on my stomach. And they left. And it was hot down about 130 degrees. I'm sweating. So I say, you dick suckers, white motherfucker, you cussing to me shit, right? So I go to sleep and I wake up, man. There was about 1,500 flies in the crack of my ass, bro, buzzing like I had a vibrator up my ass, right? It was the most disgusting feeling I ever felt in my life.
Wow.
And anytime I moved, they go deeper. They were buzzing, man. I lay there and had to take this shit, man. And what really disturbed me is before I came out of this shit, man, my dick was hard. And that's what bothered me more than anything. Flies eating out my ass and my goddamn made my dick hard. So it offended me. It was so disgusting. How is this even possible that you can see this as disgusting but still have a hard dick, right? And so when they let me up, I said, I'm going to get them back. I ain't going to trip over it. I ain't going to go crazy, lose my mind. I'm going to get these white motherfuckers back, right? So I told everybody on the walk, when you shit, send the shit down to me so I can make it up and throw it on. And so they send me cups of shit. And I tied something over my face, took a broomstick, and I chop it up, make it real thick like a milkshake, put broken glass in it, then magic shade, 4 cans. That's that shit take your hair out. So when I threw it on them, and I said when they try to rub it off, they're going to just be smearing it because it's so thick. It ain't going to come out watery. It ain't going to come out in lumps. It's going to come out like a goddamn milkshake. And then it made her hair fall out and all this shit. And that glass would cut them and make them think they got a disease, right? So it scared them so bad because ain't nobody ever tried them like that. So I did that shit for 6 years until they passed the law that from now on it's a felony. I backed out of it. But in that 6 year while, I controlled the penitentiary, bro. They did anything I told them to do. So I got my dick sucked, I had ass, I got all that shit, man.
Damn. So you made damn near 60 guards quit just based on how terroristic threats.
Just throwing shit and shit. But they brought in this motherfucker they called Captain Travis, come from the Army. He was in the branch interrogation unit. He said, I was hired by the department to break you. That motherfucker did some, his department was when they catch spies, make them talk and all that shit. Yeah. He knew all that, man. He tried that bullshit on me. And goddamn, I told him, motherfucker, you gonna die fucking with me. He died right there in that penitentiary. His heart bust on him. And so Ezel tried me. And I blew some shit in his ear, man. 18 months later, they cut his head open and he died. So all these motherfuckers tried me, man, I'm gonna fight you.
Yes.
Man, who fuck you white motherfuckers? Who the fuck you think you are? Y'all make the rules. What's right is what y'all say is right. What's wrong is what y'all, man, no. I know right from wrong. Yeah. So you tried me, motherfucker. So they tried me, man. I fought back, man, and I won. So when MSNBC, as you was asking me the question, they came in, now I'm getting ready to quieting down now. You know, I got dope, I got whiskey, I got ass, I get my dick sucked when I want, right? My ass licked, all that shit.
By women, right?
By the men's in the penitentiary. Nigga, I get my dick sucked whenever, man. Get my ass licked, all this shit, man. And, you know, nigga, I was in that freak shit, man. I ain't gonna lie about it, but I had everything. So now the prison want me to take over the Skirt Straight program. So I was a #1 success in them. They bring juveniles and we scare them. They say, just Fleece. I send them out there crying and shit. And when I'm done with them, they go back to school, do good, all that. So MSNBC came in and threw me off, man. They said, well, you do a documentary since you ain't never getting out. You say you don't care, or you be having a lot of juveniles, please. I said, why not? I said, but I'm going to say what I want to say, right? And I ain't going to tell them how prison is now, because I done fought through all that. I broke the cutter lands and all that shit in the penitentiary, right? You know, got white people and black people to talk and mingle and all this shit. Yeah. I cleaned that prison up. But I ain't going to tell nobody that, because they going to feel good about going to prison now, right? You go to prison, get you a goddamn PlayStation. I ain't going to tell them all that. I'm going to tell them how it was when I came in and leave it there. For them to wonder if it's still like it, right? But when I did a documentary, I didn't have no idea that these motherfuckers still got a grudge against me. So what they did is took that documentary, edited, cut it, made cartoons out of it, portrayed me like I was a predator. Like I'm just motherfucker coming on, I just attack them and all this shit. You know, I fuck the ass, man. I talk motherfucker. I'm a romantic motherfucker. I know how to talk a motherfucker out of some ass, right? And so.
But you said you was a warrior.
Yeah, I'm a warrior, man. When I ain't fucking ass, nigga, step to me. I'll show you. I was that type of motherfucker. So then, whatever I did in prison, no motherfucker question, man. You know, I'll fight over what I stand for, bro. You know, if y'all don't fuck ass, cool, man. I don't need to speak to. We don't need a jig, talk or nothing. Nigga, I fuck ass. Nigga, I'm in here, nigga, I never getting out, and I'm gonna do what I want.
So you had said that it was more important to you than water.
It was, getting man. Booty. It meant so much to me, man. Booty was, man. And so MSNBC, they portrayed this, and then an institution threw me out of prison, man. Even though I cussed them, they had a plan. We're gonna throw you out in society. Everybody now is hating you, man. They say you a monster. You this and that. You took people's booty. And Vlad, your friend Vlad.
Vlad TV,
yeah, Vlad, your friend.
I don't even my friend.
Your friend Vlad. Go ahead. That some bitch made $10 million off that shit, right? Or more. But they didn't have no idea I was gonna ever get out of prison. And when I popped out, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, so let me ask you, when MSNBC made that video and Dateline had it put out, did you know that you was going worldwide with
Man,
that
we didn't know. I didn't see in penitentiary. We don't have the same shit y'all got out here. They let us watch certain things and then they cut it, edit it. It's like we can't get YouTube. We can't get all that shit, all the apps and all this shit. They got only a select amount of stations we can watch, nothing else. And what goes on in prison never make the newspaper. All this shit, man. And so guards was coming in telling me about 11 months later, after they done took off, guards said, hey, I saw you on TV. I said, what you mean you saw me on TV? Man, they got you looking like you a predator. I said, man, fuck you, pig. He said, I'm serious, please. But when some lady goes, this black lady goes, me and her was cool, man. She bring me weed all the time, man. We talking shit, man. She out of Paducah. And she told me about that shit, and I said, yeah. So I went back to fighting them. That's when, y'all want to still fight me, bro? Johnson, we didn't have nothing to do with that. I want to see. So God took me in his office, turned the thing around, and he clicked into it, right? He showed me that shit. I said, bullshit, man. Then they threw me out of prison. Then every job I was getting, motherfuckers was firing me off my job. Nah, we don't want you here, man. This and that. I even got thrown out, man, the most humiliating thing, man. I love God and Jesus, man. I went to a church and got kicked out of a goddamn church. They said, you can't be a member here because you take booty and all this shit. And then I got an agent, and then we went and got all my files, all my records, all that shit, man. And we proved, cleared my name, proved that they were lying.
Yeah.
All this shit is made up. I never been accused of this shit, never had a charge of complaint laws against me ever of taking shit from nobody sexually, right? And so we proved all this shit, man. And then, and when your friend Zed,
my friend, but go ahead.
He came back with he went from I raped 100 people to, well, I think I know one case where he did. Now we said, you got proof, short, bro. Shut my mouth. You know, he can't, you know, but I think he wants me. And so Zed wants his thing. That's what he wants.
Oh, man.
But anyway, that's the struggle I went through, man. I went from that to doing homes and houses in my city, man. I can go in a house, man, and gut it. I can do the walls, drywall. I can do floors, windows, doors. I can brick. I can paint. I can do plumbing.
Are these skills you learned in prison, or?
Man, skills, yeah, I learned some, not that in prison, but I came out here and the dude's name is Steve Spalding. If you go on Steve Spalding Instagram, Steve Spalding out of Louisville, Kentucky, you'll see hundreds of projects that me and him did. You'll see me in the photos, right? He takes pictures, right? He's professional. So I did that, man, to keep, money in my pocket. And then when I started going into recording, I stopped working, man. So now I got a business, man.
So let me ask you, in prison, how many sexual partners would you say you had?
Shit. I was the type of motherfucker, I had the one I fell in love with. We was together like 9 years. And just the same thing out here. You don't fuck around, don't cheat on me, all this shit. That goes on in prison relationship. The same relationship. She running up on me. Come here. Yeah, baby. This bitch, what was she doing around? Look, who said, you go through all this drama shit in her. So
you was always the male, the dominant. You never, what they call it, the pitching and catching. You always just pitching and
I'm not going there either. But I'm going to say this. When I make love to a motherfucker, I make love to him. That answers that.
Okay.
I love my kids and suck their ass, all that shit, feet. Nigga, I'm a freak, nigga, for real. I learned that shit in prison, man. As a child, I growed up in there.
Yeah, but
and so, I had to go through a thing in prison, man, to get my mind right, man, because I didn't have no little trainings that y'all had out here. Mom and daddy, grandmama, aunties, going to school, prom nights, got friends sitting around. You like her? Nah, I don't know. I think you ought to. I didn't have all that advice, encouragements, and motherfuckers teaching me life, right? I had to learn this shit on my own, read and write. I made it through it. So when I learned, I became strong through all this. I broke away from it. So 15 years before I got out of prison, I ain't messed around for 15 years.
Yeah, who got you?
I stopped in there.
Was it church? Any type of church member come in and save you, or?
Nah, well, hell no. Okay, you don't get saved except you got to do it. Ain't no motherfucking save you. I mean, if you don't, I look at it like this. I don't have addiction. I don't like to feel like there's nothing I can do and can't stop doing. I can stop doing any goddamn thing, right? Smoking, I done did all that shit before, right? I stopped for 5 years. I could just go cold turkey right now and smash it if I wanted to. So what changed me, though, was through all this shit, I done got ahead of myself. My head got big, man. I didn't believe in God and all this stuff. And when God started touching me in dreams, visions, and hard, man. I done seen demons, angels. I done seen all this stuff with my own eyes. So I don't question none of that. I done heard the voice of God. I done seen the birth of Jesus, not his return. I done seen him at his birth when he stood up on his own 2 feet and snapped his own umbilical cord. I seen all that in dreams and visions and shit, man. But and that's what made me study religion.
Okay.
I studied religion to try to understand what I was seeing and hearing and what was being told me.